Mystical names, Princess and Lucky. I can explain many things, not only for others but for myself too. I'm not a suspicious person and do not believe in mysticism, but some of my experiences contradict the tangible nature of the world I have always believed in. One such experience has to do with pet names and their characteristics. For instance, I found that the rather popular name Princess is generally associated with crazy, witchy character. If a female dog or cat comes to us with unruly behavior, there is a good chance she is named Princess. The first princess who came to our office was a black Labrador mix. Two older women brought her in to put her down. Why? We could not understand why anybody would like to kill a good-looking, young, healthy dog. We want revenge, they said. This dog almost killed our brother. Since Princess appeared in their home, they told the vet she was always causing trouble. She ruined his apartment, made a mess in his closet, and yesterday when our brother had to go to the doctor for a checkup, he found that he couldn't. His shoes were destroyed and he has a stroke because of it. So you just want to get rid of the dog, I see. Sign those papers and leave the dog with us, said the vet. Princess looked at us with a smile, and we thought this playful angel might be adopted and our new hospital would have performed mitzvah. This is the woman we're glad to be free of the dog, and new business would get some money, and the dog would be saved, especially the one we found a new home for her. Most likely the dog was just too active for an old man. We placed Princess in a new run and made a sign in the window, please adopt a dog. Done. The first thing we found the next morning was open cage and garbage all over the floor during the night. Princess has found a way to open the lock, and the rest of the night she was spent searching through garbage bags. We decided to look on the bright side. This is a good. Now we knew that the locks on our new cages were not as reliable as the seller has assured, and we could call attention to that matter. Also, it was lesson for our technicians to check the cages before leaving the facility. Who knows what could happen if a client's dog, not one that was temporary hours, opened the cage. This night we alert our employees to examine the cages very carefully and just in case secure the door to the Princess cage with a wire. The next morning, Princess met us at the entrance at our waiting room, wagging her tail and barking with happiness. We would be happy to have the mess in the floor not somewhat cloud our moods. You get my point. Princess was an unruly, active dog with a great ability to destroy everything. If she walked into our backyard unattended for even 2 minutes, she would crash the house pipe and turn the trash cans upside down. She's great while you are petting her, but the next second she can take an expensive fountain pen from your pocket and run away and you will never have the pen again. It started to look as our decision to keep her was in haste. 2 weeks passed and old, overweight, heavily breathing man came to the clinic. She started with a scandal right as soon as he opened the door. How dare you? How could you kill my baby without my permission? She was so young and joyful. We understood that this gentleman was right away. How are you, Mr. Z? We said. What did you get back from the hospital? Is everything all right with your health? Your sister's brought us Princess, and if you want, you can get her at any time. Slightly disappointed because his scandal was interrupted so quickly, the man changed tears into a smile. Now there are tears of happiness. Please, somebody bring Princess to her owner, I said. Do not forget her belongings, she's going home. Sorry, Princess is alive? I'm so glad, but unfortunately I can't take her home with me. She makes me crazy. The doctor had strictly forbidden any stress. We'll give you your money back, and we didn't perform anesthesia. No, it's okay. I even give you a donation. But please keep her here. I'll find another home for her. And so the gentleman disappeared. To make a long story readable, I will gross over the next several months. During these months, there were more than a dozen attempts of various people to adopt a princess. I will only mention a few. At first, a young, sporty-looking couple tried to take her in hopes they can train her. This couple brought back Princess after 3 weeks, their longest absence from the hospital that year. They said that they were not strong enough to run with Princess as she needed. The other remarkable adoption happened by initiative of an old woman. This lady told us that she wants a dog for her grandson. She disapproved of the way her parents were raising him and felt that he needed to be taught responsibility for caring somebody who depends on him. A dog in need of behavioral correction is exactly what her grandson needed. They brought Princess back within 2 weeks. The whole family came to return her. And what's more, the parents were not talking to grandma. The boy looked like he was just saved from very strenuous duty, and the old lady took her hard medicine several times while she was in the office. No reason to count how many times people paid adoption fee and happy to get a nice, healthy, young Labrador for such a low price, and then brought her back in 1 of 3 days. It could have been good business had Princess not made so much damage in our clinic between adoptions. Princess spent nearly a year with us, with numerous but short visits to various adoption homes. We hopefully told people that Princess is a special dog, but they did not believe us just how special she was until they took her home for a day, a night, or a week maximum. The absolute unexpected ending to Princess' story came in the form of a middle-aged couple who came to us by accident. They lived somewhere in a nearby suburban neighborhood, and they were unafraid that we expected them to Princess of uniqueness. When they did not come back after several weeks, we gave them a call and they said, "Everything is fine. Princess is a loyal girl. Thank you for your help in finding us such a wonderful dog." Miracles happen, but rarely. Also, many pet owners have their male dogs and cats called Lucky. According to my experience, to name a dog Lucky is as good as putting a curse on it. It seems that the most unpleasant thing happened to pets named Lucky, much more than to pets with any other names. Lucky, the Shih Tzu mix, fell out of the window and broke several bones. Less than 3 months later, this Lucky came back with another problem. He ate a toy, and the extraction of this alien object resulted in a big surgery. It cost his owner a significant amount of money. 2 months later, Lucky was bitten by another dog, and we treat his wounds. Usually, such wounds heals within 10 days after a regular course of antibiotics. Lucky was not so lucky. Special microbes got into his wounds, and to fight them, a very expensive kind of antibiotic was needed. Poisoning. How intriguing such a theme might be, but when it comes to poisoning related bad cases, there is little intrigue and detection work involved. None of the stories here have anything to do with intentional purpose to guard dogs or vengeance between inspiring people. The most typical poisoning cases are accidental and swallowing of marijuana, rat poisoning, human medicine. There is nothing juicy about it, just tragic consequences to the pet health and to the vet's struggle to save their life. Eating the wrong thing happens more often than we would like to think. There is a little list of forbidden items that are tasty and harmful for humans, but dangerous for cats and dogs. We have mounted list of prominent spots on our waiting room: chocolate, grapes, onion, etc. The doctor usually explained it to the new pet owners, and we have never seen cases related to consumption of this thing. Sorry, I forgot one case. A puppy ate some chocolate once. But there are many more things to eat that can put the life of our four-legged family members at risk. One of such things is red mouse poison. Although most contemporary rodent poison are species-specific, it's not too rare that dogs and cats get poisoned by the stuff. These poisons usually inhibit the blood-clotting ability of their victims. Rodents who eat such poison usually feel okay for a couple of hours, even days after consumption. Otherwise, they would easily recognize the dangerous bait. Then internal bleeding occurs and death is almost unavoidable. An old couple brought their 4-year-old short-haired indoor cat. He was very weak, lethargic, with nearly white lips instead of normal pink. What was wrong with him? He's still young, he has no contact with other animals, and nothing unusual was going until yesterday. The doctor suspected poisoning. When he voiced his hypothesis, the couple remembered that the day before they had seen a strange mouse in their kitchen, slow-moving with no wish to hide. They heard that the maintenance team had been bathing with the mouse at the request of another tenant in the building. Luckily, half that mouse became easy prey for the couple's cat. He ate it, and this was the result. The toxin has been transformed to him by the mouse. The doctor administered the appropriate medicine to treat the cat. For 3 days, his prognosis was uncertain, but then the patient's condition stabilized and he was released into the joyful embrace of his owners. A 50-something man brought in his pit bull terrier Max. The dog looked weak and sleepy. The owner, who wanted to be alone with the vet, asked our female assistant to step out of the examination room. In a whisper, he admitted that his dog has eaten 3 tablets of Viagra, a nice medicine inside from a low blood pressure. There were no other symptoms of harm. To calm down the worried owner, the doctor connected the pit bull to an IV and injected him with some medicine that would raise his activity and blood pressure, and recommended the owner monitor the dog. Doctor, he ran the risk of sexually assaulting someone? Don't worry, your dog is neutered. Just keep your medicine away from curious dog next time. I will. He ate only 3 tablets, but destroyed all the other ones, and they are expensive. Another pit bull ate brownies containing a high concentration of marijuana. It seems that the owner who bought the pit bull had also eaten a lot of those brownies. Everything looked funny for him. He laughed through nearly all of the doctor's examination and how he planned to treat the dog. The only time he wasn't laughing was when he had to pay the bill.